That's what I said. That's not a flounder. That's a koi fish. Oh, hi. I'm Trevor, and today I'm going to show you how to get better audio with the pre-mix. All right, so first I'm going to take you on a tour around the 4 sides of the pre-mix. First, I'm going to talk to you about the right side of the mix pre. So in the top left here, this is the battery compartment if you don't run off the DC power, which this is the DC power input if you have the cord. Next, you have your left and right line output levels. So this will be your output 1 and output 2, but also L and R. This is the tape return, so whoever's operating the mix pre can hear what's going through the camera. Now that we're going to go around to the front. On the front side, in the lower right corner, you have our on-off switch. Next to that is the headphone controls. So you have the knob that adjusts the level of the headphones, as well as the input for your headphones. Next, you have the most important thing about this. You have your meter here. This meter will light up wherever your audio is going to be. Under that, you have the tape return, so you can hear what's going through the camera. So if you have it on the right side, it's going to be a momentary switch, so you can hear what it is for a second. But if you have it to the left, you're going to always hear what's going through the camera. Next to that is your slate or tone switch. With this switch, you can send tone to the camera to help line up your levels from the mix pre to the camera. So again, if you have it in the right position, it's momentary. If you have it in left, it's going to be on. Next to that, you have your levels and pan controls for inputs 1 and 2. If you're doing 2 people, I'd recommend having 1 on L and 2 on R. But since we're only going to be recording with 1 microphone today, we're going to put it on the center. In between those is also a mic. Now I'm going to move on to the left side. You have your 2 inputs, input 1 and input 2. Under that is your phantom power switch. So you have options on how much power you send. Usually you'd want to keep those all in the up position. And next, on the bottom, you have the graphic that indicates the direction of your batteries. Just like the orientation, we're going to take 2 AA batteries and place them with the plus side facing downward. Now, apply a little pressure to the cap as you twist it in, because the batteries, they want to spring back out. All right, so now we're going to put our cables into the mix pre. Now your inputs going through the left and your outputs going through the right. But don't worry, if you put them in wrong at first, it won't do anything. You won't end up like this guy. Oof, I wouldn't want to end up like that loser. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my microphone. Now here I have a dynamic microphone and plug it in to channel 1 on our mix pre. Make sure your pins are in the right orientation. And now, as I talk into it, you'll be able to see it light up. Hello, how are you? There we go. And now that that's powered, next you're going to want to take the spider cable. Now, on one end of it, it has a red cable, a blue cable, and a mini jack connector. On the other end, it's going to have the other end with another red, another blue, and another mini jack connector. We're going to take the one with the 1 mini jack connector and stick it in the mix pre. So we're going to take the one with the nice red mark, and we're going to put that into channel 2. It's going to, the red will always go in the right. Next, we're going to take the blue one and put that in the left. And next, we're going to take our mini jack connector and put it into the tape return section, right there. So now I'll be able to hear what the camera's listening to. And next, we're going to take our 3 wires, and now we're going to go walk over here to our camera. So I'm going to move this over so y'all have a better view. All right, next you're going to want to take the cable with the red stripe, put that in the red as well, to input 1, and then the blue one into input 2, as well as the mini jack connector into the back of the camera, so you can hear your tape return. Next, you're going to want to make sure that your camera is switched to line level and that inputs are both on input 1. Next, you want to make sure that tone is being set on your camera. So I'm going to turn tone on our mix pre. And as you can see, it's right where it should be right before the yellow on the switch. All right, so now that you're done setting up everything, whoever's mixing is probably gonna wanna have good audio. So you're gonna take your good headphones and your plug and put it, oh geez, all right. Well, in this case, the plug is too big, so we're gonna have to take a 1/4" adapter to put on your 3/8 headphones. Once you've screwed it on, plug it in, and now you can adjust your levels to comfort. At this point, you can also use your tape return button to hear what it sounds like from the camera. So I'm gonna put on my headphones and have someone talk into a lovely microphone here so I can adjust the levels. So if I could get a lovely volunteer, lovely Senior Justin. Woo, Justin, woo! All right, so I'm gonna have you talk into the microphone so I can adjust your levels here. So I'm gonna show this to the audience. If you could please serenade me.
Hello, my name's Justin, and I am in VRTV.
All right, so that's an example of good audio because it only went up to the 0. It never went past that. Now let's get an example of bad audio. I'm gonna turn down my headphones because this may be a little If you could please.
I got a good song for this.
Oh, you got a good song?
Yes. Once more you will
Okay.
I'm just trying to show my inner Celine Dion, okay?
Go home. And that was an example of bad audio. Join us next week for the Slap Shop.